Let's start off with an easy one. What foods can I freeze dry? This is a really interesting question because if you would have asked me this question 5 years ago, my answer probably would have been quite a bit different than it is today. Today's answer is basically almost everything can be freeze dried if you give it some sort of modification. Let's talk about some things that you can freeze dry. Fruits, vegetables are always good. Cooked meats in almost every case. Candy is good. Dairy in almost every case is good, and cooked meals are always a winner in my opinion, as long as you are being mindful of the high fat or high sugar or both. That's not always the case with super high fats, super high oils. You can do some modifications to things. The biggest thing is going to be your food longevity for storage. However, if they're mixed into other things with a recipe, sometimes you can get away with those longer storage times. And things like peanut butter or bacon, things that we thought were kind of no-nos a few years ago, we can now modify peanut butter, water it down, and freeze dry it that way. Bacon, it's really just a matter of kind of mitigating the fat content. You just need to be aware of things going rancid. Another thing that is kind of hit and miss are high sugar content items. Candies are usually fine. Sometimes baked goods can puff up or explode in the freeze dryer. So really something that's high sugar is a lot of times just case by case basis. In my experience, if it's mixed into a recipe, most of the time is okay. Even marshmallows and things like that are okay. You just need to really be aware more of the expanding inside of the freeze dryer and just not to overload your freeze dryer. Always leave a little bit of extra room for that expansion. And this question can definitely be expanded on. If you ever need to do extra research, there's a lot of great resources. We wrote a freeze drying handbook you can check out. We also have a Facebook group that's called the Freeze Drying Community Facebook group that you can use search functions, you can ask specific questions, or you can search older threads and older topics to really expand your knowledge on these individual questions or really any question you have in the future. Hey, you! Are you unlocking your full potential as a freeze dryer? You're missing out on pro freeze drying tips and freeze dryer giveaways, valuable food storage recipes, and most important, unlocking your inner freeze drying guru. Click the first link in the description to get signed up.